Trace, it's going to wrap it up for today. Great lesson. I think we covered a lot of great things. Obviously, being the player you are, there's such fine things you got to work on, and we talked about widening out that backswing and a little bigger turn on the takeaway, shallow you out a little more, which is great. And just doing that off a couple of swings, it was definitely a couple clubs, those mid irons, even those short irons, was really where we saw a big difference on that. Just a little steep, the wedge and the 9-iron and stuff like that. So going forward, for you, I would just keep, obviously repetition is going to be key. If you're making kind of that, really working on a turn, there's nothing you could do but put more reps in that's going to help you out. One drill I'll definitely leave you with is when you line up, put two balls like kind of right next to each other and have your club right in the middle. And when you're taking away, try to drag that ball as far and straight on a line as you can, and that'll really help you with that front shoulder turning behind you and getting that width that you were looking for. If you do that, on the range, just a couple times, when you're warming up, and then kind of have that mental thought of dragging something back behind you and getting that turn all the way around you. And I think, if you work on that, I think your game's going to keep trending in the right direction. Great stuff though. You got any questions or anything?
Yeah, not necessarily questions, but I feel like some of the things that I learned today, stuff that I've known before that I just had gotten a little loose with, like you gave me some insight on evaluating the tee box and how it sets you up for the hole, and judging where to tee up your ball and how that can affect your strategy and your shot shape. And that made a lot of sense to me, and I was kind of in a closed-minded view about that, where I always, up to this point, have hit fades from the right side and draws from the left side of the box. And then we talked about on that downslope, it worked out really well, and it's something that I hadn't done, was a super kind of wide stance and then choking down a little bit, and that kind of took away the flyer. We saw that ball nip up from the rough, which was kind of crazy.
And then it kind of, you got some good check on it too on the green there, so that shows that we still got that good spin. It launched on a good angle and everything. So yeah, that was very positive. But about the tee box and stuff, you get into a routine of thinking about certain things, like, oh, I got to try to work on this as a hit, and you just throw the ball down, you go, and you get ready to hit, then you're thinking about it, and then you're losing, where you're aiming and all that pre-shot because you're worried about the actual swing. So that pre-swing and just taking that extra second and just taking that longer breath and thinking about it before you even think about what am I doing in the swing. It'll definitely, even with the irons and even with the uneven line, all things like that, you just take the extra second and go through that full routine of where you want the ball to start, where you want to finish, how you want it to look before you get to, how do I hit the shot. So
that makes sense.
So
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.